Nestled in the lap of the Himalayas is the beautiful state of Sikkim. Blessed with all the beauties of nature, Sikkim is sometimes called heaven on earth. Hills and valleys, lush green forest, rivers and lakes, different types of flowers and plants, rhododendrons and sunakaris, temples and monasteries, these make up Sikkim, which is also the second smallest state of India. Having become a part of the Union of India as the 22nd state on 16th May 1975, Sikkim is now known as the cleanest state in the country. The foremost state in terms of sanitation in the country was not always so. The population of the state being very small and the forest coverage very dense, the people of the villages preferred to go into the forest for the excretionary purposes. People used to go into the streams and forest far away from their houses for their toilet needs. In those days, most people worked at quite a distance from their homes, cultivating and grazing animals. As such, it made more sense to find forests and streams for all their toilet needs.
Human beings cannot live only with blessings. They have to eat, and like a car releases smoke, human beings too have to excrete. In our days, we had never heard about latrine. We used to call Hagan Gaudi, a place where we used to excrete. The place used to be far from our house, where no other people went regularly. So all the family members used to go there and perform their daily activity. They used to excrete by sitting on top of a rock and hiding behind bushes and trees. At that time, in rural places, people did not use water to clean the human excreta. They used to clean themselves by using small sticks and tree leaves. And there were no toilets constructed inside a house, neither there was a proper toilet outside. We used to go to the jungle and openly defecate. We used to openly defecate by sitting on top of rocks like this. We used to select rocks where we wouldn't fall. The poop should fall down and get inside holes like this. If the poop gets inside the hole, then we used to be relieved. If I choose this kind of rock, the other family member would select the other rock out there. And we used to have individual rocks where we used to come and do our thing. When I was a teacher, I had to take small kids to the toilet, which was non-existent. Those days, human feces used to be everywhere, in the walking path, jungle, everywhere. So due to these feces everywhere, the kids used to be unhealthy. They used to be sick every time. Those days, there were no sanitary latrine and people used to openly defecate. The feces used to be scattered all over the place. So this had an ill effect on our health. Because surface water flows and the feces used to be mixed in the main stream of water, and the same water we used to drink. So people living in rural areas, walking in fields, had no time to boil the water. So they drank the water directly. That's why many people used to get sick due to waterborne diseases like jaundice, cholera, typhoid, etc.
कलेरा भयो टाइफोइड भयो अनि थुप्रो बिमारीहरू नराम्रो नराम्रो बिमारीहरू जुकाहरू भयो टेपवर्म हुइपवर्म यो सबै कुराहरू चाहिँ त्यसबाट निस्किन्थ्यो.
The chief reason for the poor sanitary conditions at that time in Sikkim was the lack of education amongst the people and their poor economic condition. Even the king of Sikkim had initiated some measures to bring about awareness among the people with regard to sanitation and sanitary practices.
1964, when Palden Thinduk Namgyel was our king, Kunzang Sherab was the district collector of West District. And he ordered the Hagan Gawis to be enclosed with the use of bamboos and hay. Tek Bahadur Basnet was the mandal and he ordered the villagers. But people of those days were obedient as well as disobedient. There were people who wanted to openly defecate and did not obey the rules.
16th May 1975 saw history unfold in the state. Sikkim was declared the 22nd state of India.
Revolution took place, Qazi's government was formed. Then he decided to provide drinking water facilities to people by laying down water pipes. The Qazi also decided to make toilets in Sikkim. Through Panchayat, 5 to 6 toilets could be constructed in villages, but the plan did not succeed well. From 1970s, construction of rural toilets got priority and lots of work took place in this field. But the financial grant to construct rural toilets was not sufficient. So the department also had to adopt low-cost technology because there were a lot of work and the budget was not sufficient. Walls of these toilets used to be made by materials that were available in rural areas like bamboos, hay, etc. I think the change of time changed me. It was too much. I thought of making a toilet. So I dug my field at least 4 feet deep and laid down bamboos on other side. The poop used to go inside the hole. We did not have plastics to fence the walls, so we used hay and bamboos for that purpose. People could have seen us through those bamboos, but we were ignorant.
Mrs. Shivakumari Pradhan, resident of Falidara, was born in Malaysia. Her father was working with the British Army. When she was 14, her family returned to Sikkim. Her father tried to bring about some consciousness regarding toilets and sanitation in his village.
Since my dad had seen proper toilets when he was out of Sikkim, so he asked the villagers to stop open defecation. He asked them to dig pits where they could poop and cover it with mud.
While this was the condition in the rural areas, in the urban areas, public toilets were already being constructed. These toilets were built in such a way that a tin container was kept under the structure, and when it was filled, a paid laborer would take the filled container and dump it in a pit some distance away. Having worked across Sikkim as a government sweeper in a career spanning 58 years, Vijay Rawat sums up his experiences thus.
When I was working in Gangtok town, there were public toilets. The feces were collected in buckets and we used to dump them inside a big pit.
In those days, there was no running water in the houses. People would walk great distances to fetch water. Scarcity of water was also one of the major reasons for our backwardness in terms of sanitation. In 1978, Nar Bahadur Bhandari became the Chief Minister of Sikkim. During his time, cleanliness initiatives received huge impetus. He had a great hand in ensuring that each house had easy access to water, implementing various programs for the same.
During Narbadur Bhandari's time, schemes regarding improvement of sanitation were started. Even I was working in Rural Development Department and funds for construction of toilets were distributed.
He wanted to ensure no matter what, no mother or sister would need to carry drinking water from afar. The constant effort and initiatives taken by the government saw an increase in the number of kacha toilets in the villages. 1994 saw Mr. Pawan Kumar Chamling as the new Chief Minister of the state. He intensified sanitation measures in the state even further. Many notable schemes with respect to access to clean drinking water and cleanliness were introduced. The result was that in December 2008, Sikkim was declared as the first Nirmal Rajya in the country. Similarly, in 2016, Sikkim was declared as the first open defecation-free state in the country as per the Gramin Swachh Sarvekshan. This was a major victory for the people of the state.
When Sri Pawan Chamling formed the government, it was mandatory for everyone to have proper toilets. Water was used for cleaning toilets. Today there are no people who clean their poop using sticks and leaves.
It is said that the social and economic development of a society chiefly depends upon education. Keeping this in mind, the government of Sikkim has taken great strides in the field of education. The role of education in matters of sanitation is incomparable. Education brings about awareness amongst the populace regarding matters of sanitation and cleanliness. When a student gains awareness, the guardian also gains the same consciousness, and slowly and steadily the society does too. A society being aware is the nation being aware.
In older days, there were very few educated people, but today mostly everyone is educated in Sikkim, and that is why this awareness about sanitation has happened. Open defecation should not take place was taught by education. Those educated kids taught us about importance of sanitation. And sanitized toilet is very important for women.
Even though it has been difficult to bring about awareness in the rural areas, the government has painstakingly worked at bringing about the same, due to which Sikkim is now a complete open defecation-free state.
The government of India called us for many meetings regarding the role of IEC in sanitation, and we followed their instructions. Then we made many booklets and pamphlets focusing on schools and ICDS centers.
आइसिडिएस सेन्टरहरू त्यस्तोमा बेसी गर्यौं र
We took help of our energetic panchayats. We have informed panchayats and they too participated in this mission. That is why IEC played an important role in conveying the information to the public. We did all this on an official level. But due to the political will also, we were able to achieve this. The Honorable Chief Minister, while addressing public gathering, laid emphasis on making Sikkim an open defecation-free state as it is in our culture and Indian culture. This gave huge impetus to our mission.
Due to the efforts of the government combined with the personal endeavors of the people, each house in Sikkim now has its own toilet.
Once we made a proper toilet, it would be shameful to openly defecate. When we were small, we openly defecated. Even when I got married, those days also we went outside only. Then we made our house. We saw toilets in our neighborhood. So we also made one. Now we don't need to go to jungles. In our state Sikkim, everyone has got their own toilets.
For the benefit of the local public, each marketplace and taxi stand in Sikkim now houses public toilets with abundant water supply.
सिक्किम में सारा टॉयलेट हर जगह है, जहाँ पे भी टैक्सी स्टैंड्स है वहाँ पे मैक्सिमम प्लेसेस पे टॉयलेट्स अवेलेबल है. दैट इज़ अ वेरी गुड थिंग इन सिक्किम एज यू कंपेयर फ्रॉम प्लेन एरिया यूपी में भी बहुत जगह टॉयलेट्स है बट इतना क्लीन नहीं है और इतना मेंटेनेंस नहीं है. जैसे यहाँ पे हमेशा क्लीन रहता है. मैं 4 साल से यहाँ पे हूँ और मैंने हर जगह वही चीज़ एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि यहाँ पे जितना भी टॉयलेट्स है वो सारा अच्छा है. और ये इम्पॉर्टेंट है, किसी भी गर्ल्स के लिए सैनिटेशन इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट क्योंकि हमारा बहुत ज़्यादा बीमारी होने का चांसेस मेन रीज़न यही टॉयलेट है क्योंकि हम ट्रैवल करते हैं. इफ़ यू यूज कोई भी गंदा टॉयलेट यूज़ किया तो हमारा बीमार होने का चांसेस उतना ही ज़्यादा होता है. सो इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट. It's a basic need.
हामीले sanitation
In order to make our Gram Panchayat unit sanitized, we have taken many steps. For example, we have constructed toilets along the roadside. Few have been completed and few are under construction.
कम्प्लिट गरिसकेको छौं. धेरैवटा बन्ने अन्डर कन्स्ट्रक्सन छ, काम बनिरहेको छ र
For the convenience of the travelers, the government of Sikkim has constructed toilets at various locations across Sikkim. One such public convenience falls on the Malli Jorthang Road in South Sikkim. And if you look closely, here you will find a very interesting story. This is the story of a family from Malli Kerabari. They have opened a tea stall close to the toilet. Hundreds of travelers stop by the convenience daily. Each day, the family undertakes the cleaning of the toilets before they open this stall for business. Their dedication to cleanliness has to be seen to be believed. Each day, you find travelers stopping by the tea stall happily taking snacks.
We have got good toilet facilities out here. The toilet is very clean and we have no complaints regarding the toilet.
Through hard work and honest endeavor, the family has managed to turn this into a source of income and is now able to provide jobs to many unemployed youth. This is what they have to say regarding the role of public convenience in their lives.
This toilet means everything to us. It is this toilet that has brought about changes in our lives. Before we were hopeless people, not even eligible to be called as a human being in our own village. But now, due to this toilet, by cleaning the toilet, we have reached this level today. Our children are happy and there is peace in our family.
It is through the joint effort of the government, NGOs, workers and the local population that Sikkim has been brought to this high peak. It is said that to maintain the value of success, it is vital that one continues working for its sustainability.
With regards to sustainability of ODF status. The most prominent work the government of Sikkim has done is, government of Sikkim has already issued a notification stating that anybody who is willing to avail any of the government benefits, he has to have a toilet, issued by a block development officer. And now that is, if you would like to again contest any of the panchayat election, you have to have a toilet. That is mandatory. On top of that, we have already directed all the panchayats and the field functionaries at the lowest level that before the construction of any new house in the locality, NOC is a must that is to be obtained from the panchayats. So before issuing NOC, panchayat ensures that the new construction of a house has a toilet. Because of that, I think we'll be able to sustain. And since there is already mass movement and toilet has become a way of life, quality of toilet has become a status symbol in the state of Sikkim, hope that we'll be able to sustain.
In the future, when families expand and population has increased, it will be the job of the public rather than the government to see that these measures are maintained. In a state where each house has its own toilet and all members of the public are aware of the need for sanitary practices, it is absolutely necessary to maintain the continuum. Let us all come together and celebrate that we are Sikkimese. Keep clean and stay happy.